Howdy.
Welcome Under the Hat. I'm Bellboy.
And I'm Sydney.
And today, as we've said, is our top 5 Royal Rumble matches. Seeing as the Royal Rumble is literally right around the corner. So we've thought long and hard about this. We're talking about the top 5 Rumble matches, not the entirety of the event. So, number 5, we've picked Rumble 94. Now, this was a great Rumble. Probably the best Rumble of the new generation, when you say so.
That's right. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of new generation, but Rumble 94, I have to say, it was a good Rumble. For the match in its entirety, it was a good Rumble. I mean, a lot of things happened in it. A lot of great main event superstars were in the Rumble. Is always a good thing when it comes to a Royal Rumble, I find. And also a good ending to it.
Very interesting ending. Probably the most controversial ending of any Rumble ever. And Diesel had I think he made his name at the Rumble with something about 7 or 8 eliminations. So it was a good Rumble. Most guys in there were a mid-card to, icon status. So yeah, it was good. I think it's satisfied number 5.
That's right. And then you had Lex Luger and Bret the Hitman Hart, who were the favourites in the Rumble. It came down to them, and they were both injured. So you didn't know, they both had a bit of a handicap in the match. You didn't know who was going to win. Very controversial though, and the ending was very good to see, where you didn't know who won as they hit the floor supposedly at the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah, very good ending. They ended up both winning, going on to Mania to both fight for the title. Good ending.
Yeah, for WrestleMania 10 it was great.
Okay, number 4, we have...
It's Rumble 2000.
Rumble 2000.
Now, I know we put this in one of our top 5 memorable events.
That's it.
The entirety of the event is awesome, and the Rumble itself, we think it's the 4th best one ever. It was great. Madison Square Garden again.
That's right, MSG. This came at a time for me when WWE or WWF at that time really picked up its game. It looked like it was it was just so widespread throughout the world as being one of the top programs on TV. And the Royal Rumble, I find, was the thing that launched it to that status.
Yeah, I think it did. It was a great Rumble. I remember Rikishi did really well on it. He got pretty much the same sort of thing as Diesel did in 94. He got a few people out in a row, then it started to build up. Rock and Big Show having that. Once again, a slightly controversial ending with that. It was a great Rumble.
That's it. Always a good sign when you have a controversial ending like that. But the People's Champ at the time, The Rock, everyone wanted to see him win, and he did win. But it wasn't just as simple as him winning. There was a little bit of controversy with him and the Big Show. So yeah, added to a good main event there, I thought.
Yeah, it was great. Good card. Number 3, we've thought it's Rumble 2002. Now, we didn't know which one to put in front of each other out of the Rumble 2000, Rumble 2002. We think probably Rumble 2000 had the better overall pay-per-view, but Rumble 2002's actual Rumble, I think, was slightly better. I mean, you had the return of the game. That was nuts in itself.
That's it.
Awesome. He won the Rumble. He had a wicked little face-off with Austin, which was probably one of my most memorable face-offs in a Rumble ever.
Definitely.
And then he had the very, very funny elimination of The Undertaker by Maven.
Yeah.
And Taker going absolutely ballistic.
Taking him backstage, he wasn't having anything.
It was nuts.
He was kicked out of his yard in the Royal Rumble by some guy who was just a nobody at the time.
Yeah.
Just a tough enough champion.
It was unbelievable.
It just went mental.
The crowd went absolutely berserk. Taker's face is priceless. If you haven't seen it, you've got to check that out.
Yeah.
Absolutely nuts.
I mean, Triple H, he did look like the favourite coming into it, but as there were so many main eventers in this Rumble, it was anyone's game. I mean, you had Kurt Angle, you had sort of Undertaker, Kane. You had a lot of people in this Rumble who could have potentially won it. Austin.
Yeah.
But Triple H.
Returning superstars as well. You had Perfect returning, Goldust. Godfather was there, Val Venus. It was, that's why it's number 3.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So then we go on to number 2.
Yes. And now, this is where we believe that the Rumbles really meant something. in the old school Rumbles, I always thought they were the best ones. I don't know why. I think it's just maybe it's something about them.
I think it had a lot to do with the commentary, wouldn't you say?
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. Sydney's got a very good, valid point there. Rumble 90 is our second best Rumble ever. If you remember that one, DiBiase drew number 1. It was a great start. I think Jannetty got number... No, Coco Beware got number 2. He eliminated him. Jannetty came in, he eliminated him. And then all of a sudden, bang, Jake the Snake. They had a massive feud going on at the time. The crowd went ballistic. Jake's music hit. It was awesome. Awesome start. And then you had Piper and then Brett. Just a really good, very good start. I remember the start being... Yeah, very, very good.
What do you think about the end then, Belway?
The end was good. I mean, I think most of the best part of the Rumble was towards the start, but then you did have Hogan and the Warrior square off on each other.
That's it. I mean, two big faces at that time. Everyone loved Hulk Hogan, everyone loved Ultimate Warrior, and they squared off. I mean, that was brilliant to see.
Oh, it was great. It was a memorable moment, and definitely it was probably the first Rumble I ever saw, and it was a good one to start.
Yeah, and then Hogan winning it. I mean, everyone loves to see Hogan win in those days, and yeah, he did everyone proud.
Yeah, he did it well.
Yeah. Now we go on to our top hat here.
Yeah, top hat here.
What do you reckon? Have they guessed it?
I don't know. Have you guessed it?
We'd like to see what you think out there, but our top hat is Royal Rumble 1992.
1992. It's I think it's flawless, to be honest. I mean, the commentary is
Brilliant.
Unbelievable. I mean, because you had Bobby Heenan and Gorilla Monsoon who were great chemistry together, and you had Ric Flair, who Bobby Heenan was so much into, and he drew number 3, and it was just a comedy factor, the whole thing, him really wanting him to like go all the way, and Monsoon repeatedly saying, forget about it, he's got no chance, you can kiss it goodbye, brain.
That's it.
And it was unbelievable, but Flair did it.
There were so many main eventers in this Rumble as well.
Yeah.
I mean, every time you saw someone come out, you'd be like, he can win, he can win. You
So-
always thought people could win the Rumble who came out. And you didn't think Flair had much of a chance, because he did draw an early number.
Yeah.
And in those days, having an early number, we didn't think they were going to win it.
Yeah, it was always said, numbers 1 to 5, forget about it. No one's ever been in a Royal Rumble that's drawn number 1 to 5 winner at the end, up to that point. But Flair, it was unbelievable. It was, some people might say it was too dominated by Flair, and it was all around Flair. But I think that's what made it that bit extra special, because like you had all the legends coming in, like Hogan, Sid.
Such a main event card there.
The best stars.
And then you did also have a bit of controversy where you had Sid, who was in, at the last person in there. Hogan got chucked out by Sid,
Yeah.
who was the third last in the Rumble. And Hogan, one of these big faces, did a bit of a heel thing and tried to pull Sid out of the ring and helped Ric Flair win the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
I mean, this later it went on to a feud where it turned out Sid was the heel character and Hogan was the face. But shouldn't have been like that, really.
No.
But I mean, this was a big thing that happened in the Rumble, which made it good.
It was. That was a very good ending actually, and Flair. I think that was what really cemented his WWF
Legacy.
off. I mean, that was a great start to a great year when he came to WWF in the early 90s.
Definitely. Well, that's our top 5 Royal Rumbles. See what you think. Let us know your favourites. And by the way, if you haven't seen Royal Rumble 1992 or any of the 5, I would advise you check them out.
Definitely.
But I'm definitely looking forward to the Rumble next week.
Well, yeah. And in that tone, we've got our predictions as the next show. Predictions for this year, 2009 Royal Rumble. Hopefully it'll be a good one. We'll give you our opinions on who's going to win it.
Yeah, anyone's game at the moment, I think.
They're very open.
But see what we say in the next episode.
Yeah.
And until then, what goes on under the hat stays under the hat.